just the way he's fit in and the way he's affected things?
To our team?
Yeah.
I think he can fit in anywhere. That's someone that's selfless. So I think it goes without saying.
I'm glad to hear that Derek is back. And have you talked to him at all during this time
I haven't
away?
seen Derek. I haven't seen him. We haven't talked to him. But I think our front office has talked to him, and we're excited about his return.
Do you understand what he's going through? I mean, obviously, and what do you?
None of us can understand what someone is going through. It's impossible. You can never. You just don't know. So we support him in whatever he's going through, and we're going to be a shield for him if he wants to use us. Hopefully, he wants to use us, and just try to keep his mind on basketball and try to help him with everything else.
LeBron, thoughts on the Buckeyes not being in the Final Four?
I mean, it is what it is. I think the committee. I think they did a great job, honestly. I mean, obviously, I'm a huge Buckeye fan, and we would have loved to be in the Final Four to be able to compete for a national championship. But there's never been a two-loss team in the Final Four. And if you look at the top 4 teams that made the Final Four, can you really argue it? So we look forward to playing in the Rose Bowl versus USC.
What's your take on this Bulls team rebuilding? Just 3 wins. I mean, Ty said they've been in games, but what do you see?
We better come out here and play our game, or we'll lose. It's just that simple. They play hard, they move the ball, they share the ball, and if we don't come out here and play our game, we'll lose. So we got to be ready.
Anything else?
Do you think you're playing at a higher level now than you ever had in your career? I mean, obviously it's a ridiculous comparison. You know, it seems like a hell of a run for you.
I'm just playing some good ball, and hopefully I'll continue that tonight. I work on my game extremely hard, every single day. I work on my mind and my body to prepare myself to go out and play ball. So try to continue that tonight. Try to help us keep winning. That's what this business is all about. It's about winning, and I've been blessed to do it a lot. And hopefully I can continue to make plays on the floor that can help us do that.
Does Derek need to say anything to you guys when he does come back, or is it going to be pretty much the same when he returns to where he was before?
I mean, we don't know what he's going through. We don't know. I mean, he doesn't owe us an explanation, I don't think. Like I said, you never know what someone is going through, and we just hope that we can be his support system. And if he needs something to say or he wants to get it out, then we'll be open and listen, and then welcome him back in. So, like I said, we're happy that he's not giving up on his love at this point in his life and his career, and he's ready to return back to Cleveland.
How much did you enjoy playing with him those first few games?
Listen, I enjoy the game, period. I'm sorry, it's no knock on any individual. I love playing ball with whoever is on my team. I get a thrill of playing a game of basketball. That's just who I am. And to have D Rose and to have D Wade and JR and Tristan and Kevin and so on and so on and so on, that's just a thrill for me, period. So basketball is exciting for me.
Putting the winning aside, is there one thing that you're doing this year that you appreciate?
Glad he's back. Glad he's in a good place, and I'll be starting rehab today.
What was his mindset? What is he telling you? A lot of people say he was contemplating retirement. Where do you think he is right now?
He wants to be back, and he wants to play, and he's too young, too talented to give it up this early. Know he's frustrated, but like I said, I'm glad he's in a good place now, and we're glad to have him back.
How does he figure?
You said what?
How does he figure with Isaiah coming back and doing so well in the?
Well, we got to get healthy first. That's the biggest thing. Get healthy, do his rehab, and then we'll go from there.
Ty, did he have to reach out to players like Grant Hill, who's been through so much like this, to reassure him that he could come back?
I don't know. I mean, he should have. I know Grant went through a tough stretch in his career also, and I was actually with Grant in Orlando when it happened. So, like I said, the biggest thing is that he's back, and we're happy to have him back.
What do you guys do more as an organization to support Derek while he's back? Maybe the first couple of months.
Whatever he needs from coaches, from the organization, from the players, we're here for him, and we always been here for him from day one.
Where was he?
I don't know.
And you were encouraged by what you saw in this first, 4 or 5 games of the season where he
Oh yeah, I mean he was great. And then in that Washington game, we had a big game in Washington, and I think he had 24, 25 points. But his pace, his ability to get to the basket, the speed that he plays with was great for us.
Is there any estimation how much longer he'll be out with the ankle injury?
Thinking a couple more weeks, but not quite sure. But I know he's started his rehab right now, so we'll see.
Have you talked to the players at all? I mean, is there any concern about how he'll be received at all?
No, the guys want him back. Yeah, I've talked to some of the guys. They want him back, and they want to see a guy in his career like this, especially when he's so young and so talented.
Have you ever seen a situation like that before? Any other precedent comes to mind?
No.
Talk about Wade. Just why is he thriving in this role, do you think?
I don't know the difference in Chicago, but just for us, I think just having him at the backup point guard, having his own unit, be able to run that unit, getting into a flow, and I think he likes it. I think he likes that role, and it's been great for us.
Do you have a target for Tristan?
No, not yet.
Does he have a chance to play tonight?
No, I'm not playing tonight.
What's your take on the Bulls right now? What do you see from them? 3 wins, obviously rebuilding, certainly not easy.
Yeah, but they've been in a lot of games, and for a young team, when you're going through that, it's tough to close out games. But I think Coach Hoiberg's doing a great job of just having those guys ready to play every single night, and it's just hard to close out games because you don't know who exactly to go to or who has it going, and young teams usually lose games at the end of the game. So, but they're playing hard, they're competing every night, and they're giving teams a lot of problems.
I think your last 2 games, didn't you say that teams lower obviously were junking it up? I mean, you're expecting that maybe tonight too?
I hope not. I hope not. But we know they're going to play hard.
Different than moving from Chicago to Cleveland. Was early on. It was just different, And it took me time to get comfortable. It took everybody else around me time to get comfortable. Obviously, it took our team time to get comfortable with each other. And then from there, I moved to the bench. So there was another adjustment I had to make. Early in the season, but that became an easier adjustment than anything since I left Miami that I've done, and more so because of the guys that's in the unit, how excited everyone is to play together, how we all complement each other, and being able to have the ball and make plays and do things like that I'm used to. So it became a little easier from that standpoint.
Have you let your mind wander at all to what it would be like? I mean, how much easier it is to come off the bench for a chance to win a championship than it would have been to possibly come off the bench for a rebuilding situation if Fred had asked you to do that?
No, I'm not doing that. But I mean, it's a little easier being in the position that I'm in, with a team. When I decided to go to Cleveland, I understood that was a possibility. I knew that was a possibility, but I was gonna let it all play out and see how it went. So, I knew that. Now, I never had the conversation here about that. Didn't have too many conversations after the season. Anyway, me and Fred talked, but we never really talked about roles, anything, after the Jimmy trade and things like that. So, never got that far, and I'm glad I didn't get that far.
The Bull season's playing out how we all pretty much thought it would.
Yeah,
I mean, you knew it was coming. Are you happier away from it? Do you have any empathy for what they're going through?
Well, I mean, they're a young team. They rebuild. I think the young guys, is happy to get an opportunity to play. I think they understand. Of course, they're competitors and they want to win games, and they're going to go out there and compete. Every night. Some nights, the game is closer. Some nights it's not. But I think these guys deserve to play the game of basketball. That's one of the reasons as well why I didn't want to be here as well. From that standpoint, I felt that Denzel and all those guys deserved a chance to come out here and, when there's no expectations, come out and make mistakes, and get to the place that they're going to get to in this game. And this was the perfect time. So I didn't want to be in the way of that. I didn't want to be the old guy in the way of that. I understand the whole concept of mentoring and, all those things. And I've done that, over my course of time, but it wasn't in the cards for me to do it this season. I felt that I still had more to give to the game, and I wanted to give something to the game. I didn't want to just, come off the bench on a team that's rebuilding, and I would have been very unhappy, in a basketball sense. And if basketball ain't going right, nothing is going right when you're playing the game. So, I didn't want to put my family through that.
Does Derrick Rose need to say anything to you guys when he rejoins the team?
I mean, I'm sure he's going to, hopefully he rejoins, and when he does, I'm sure he's going to have a conversation with guys. That's the way it goes in this league, when most guys have their moment where they talk to the team and say the things they need to say, and then the team moves on. We, as we said early on, we understand,
You know, I'm sure we all have had a point where we've all, been frustrated, overly frustrated about different things in this game, injuries or playing time or roles, etc. And sometimes you need to get away. It can happen in the middle of the game. You just want to get out the game. And we respect him for getting away, making his decision. And as a team, we have to continue to keep going this way and keep trending upward. And we was able to do that. But we would love for him to join. He's playing good basketball. A guy that's scoring 14 points a game in a different role. Before his injury. So you want to be able to have those guys on your team.
Dwayne, if it's possible, are you having even more fun and you fit in even quicker than you thought?
A little bit. I mean, I was a little concerned about coming off the bench because not said I've never done it. I wasn't always D-Wade. I did come off the bench early in my life. But I haven't done it in a long time, and I was a little concerned about how my 35-year-old body was going to adjust to it. I'm so used to, trying to start games and get it going. But after the first game, my first time was against Chicago. And after that game, I was confident that I was going to be able to play this role. And I've been having fun playing basketball, man. This is the most fun I've had in a few years, just enjoying the game. Winning helps, of course. No one has fun when they're losing. So winning 11 in a row helps. But, I think just being in the group that I'm in with these guys, I'm a little uncomfortable with all the six-man talk because I'm out there with a great unit, and we all are, helping this team be better. Kyle is the #1 plus-minus guy on his team, so maybe he's the sixth man of the year, right? But I'm just having fun with the guys I'm out there with, and right now I'm playing a role that is aligned for me to play. Hopefully it continues. If it changes, then I make another adjustment and try to be the best at that. But right now, hopefully, this is what stays. Hopefully it stays this way for me.
One more quick thing about Rose. Is there some trust that has to be rebuilt on either side?
You know what? I haven't. I don't know of other guys. I haven't really thought about it that far, man. Right now, we playing a game every other day, and when they throw back-to-backs in there, this schedule is a little different. So I don't really. I think guys in the beginning, early on, I think guys we talked about it, but in the last 8 games or so, we just focus on, on this spot side. And when D Rose walked back in there, D Rose was a Cleveland Cavalier. He walks back in that door, and you want to embrace everybody, just like I wanted to be embraced when I came here. And it takes time, it takes time to build trust and all those things, but it will happen. So he's one of us, and when he walks back to those doors, we embrace him as such.
One last question for Dwayne.
Thoughts on Robbie Gold coming back to kick field?